Hi everyone, today's video is how to assign the GST number on vendor master. So we need to create a GST number on enterprise tax registration numbers, then we have to assign the vendor master only. So first I tell you the how to assign the GST number manually, then I tell you the how to upload via data management. So first go to the tax module and there is a option on the setup enterprise tax registration numbers. Yes, option is there. Click the enterprise tax registration numbers here. Here is sales tax should be indirect and tax type should be GST. So here is we need to select GST and registration numbers types vendors. Click new here. In registration number field we have to give the GST registration number. The number should be 15 digits. In description field we have to give the vendor name only. So go to the vendor list, we need to check the vendors, accounts payable vendors and click all vendors. Yeah, vendors are Lenovo INC and Samsung Dell. So I'm taking Lenovo INC. Just type here Lenovo INC vendor name. In business vertical, so there are different options. Agro, electrical. If the company is relevant to the manufacturing company, so we need to select manufacturing or retail or service or agro business. Here I'm selecting retail for Lenovo INC. So name of the taxable person, if we want to maintain the data we can give it here. So vendor turnover also we can put here if you want to maintain, and enable here shared as, and then save it. So now go to the vendor master to assign the GST number and tax information. Click edit above and go to the addresses and click more options, then click advanced. On bottom there is a option tax information. Scroll down and click add here. Name or description field, so we have to give the vendor name here, Lenovo INC, and enable primary yes, and select the GST number for Lenovo INC which is created on enterprise tax registration numbers. So we can assign VAT, sales tax, service tax numbers also. So we can assign TAR number also here. So if you want to create, you can click the right click and go to the view details. We can create here, but not creating here. Just I'm assigning only GST number. So GST number is assigned perfectly. Click save and close the screen. Save it. So if you want to check the GST registration number again, so go to the registration IDs. Click the registration IDs. Go to the tax information and click edit here. So GST number is showing perfectly. So this is a manual process how to create in tax information and how to assign on the vendor master. So one more method is data management. So we have to export the entity name entity and we have to fill the data again, same excel sheet we have to upload via data management. So first we need to assign on tax module only, then we have to assign the vendor master only. Here is if you want to upload via data management in enterprise tax registration numbers, there is a entity name goods and service tax. So go to the workspace. First we need to export the entity name. Entities, go to the data management. Here is click the export and give the group name here. Group name you can give any kind of name. So entity is, I'm checking the entity goods and service tax registration numbers GUID. In group name field, so you can give any kind of name. Just I give an export hyphen GST. Entity name is, so I forgot entity name. Go to the enterprise tax. Here showing goods and service tax registration numbers. Just type it goods. So it displaying here. Select the entity. So entity is select here. So we can check the entity again. So entity is a goods and service tax registration number. And target data format selected Excel and click add here. So goods and service tax entity mapping has been completed successfully, in the sense entity is added here, and close it. And there is an option on the export on top. Click the export here. Batch job is scheduled and click the refresh button here. So now the status showing executive. Yeah, it's take time based on the data. Here also showing status executive. We have to wait the few minutes, or else we have to continuously press the refresh button. Is succeeded. Now starting, now status showing succeeded. We got the tick mark. There is a option here, download file, and here exported 12 rows. Okay, 12 lines here exported. So click the download file here. So I'm saving on my desktop. The file is opened, which is downloaded. Here is registration numbers, registration IDs, company, our customer, vendors here. Okay, I already created manually for Lenovo INC. Okay, so if you want to continue the customer or company, so we can keep it and we can add the down vendors. We can upload the same file, or else we can delete the above data which is relevant to the company and customer. Just copy the vendors. This is old data, so we can remove also. But we need to update here business verticals. So here is showing agro and retail. Okay, first I update the vertical business. I'm taking the manufacturing for below vendors also. Then I'm deleting the old data. Here is field is registration number type. This is an important field. I am highlighting with yellow color. And registration numbers is GST number. This is also very important. And business vertical. And description. And type should be GSTIN. This is also important. And shared, we can enable as. So we need to update the GST registration numbers. So we have to type the all fields here. So but I have a separate master data for vendors. So I'm going to copy the data from the master sheet. So I'm copying the GST numbers. Just I'm doing the paste special here. The GST numbers are copied here. Then vendor names. Vendor names are copied here. Vendor names also copied and shared. Enabling for all vendors. Yes, as is. And turnover, if you want to maintain, you can give the turnover, but I'm giving only a 0 here. I'm not giving any turnover for vendors. And type GSTIN. So we have given the all data here. So we need to save the file on desktop, and same file we have to import. So go to the workspace here. Go to the workspace and click the data management. Click the import. So we are going to first time import. That's the reason we need to create the group name. So I'm giving the group name is IMP underscore GST and click the add file. Entity name, you have to give the entity name here. First we need to type here goods. The entity name is scroll down below and select it entity. So entity name is assigned and source data I give an Excel format and upload the entity which is downloaded and we updated on the sheet. Same sheet we have to upload here. Yeah, file is uploading, loading the information. Information is loaded in the sense file is uploaded successfully. Close it and there is an option on the top left side import. Click the import. Batch job is scheduled. Close it and click the refresh button here. It takes some time, we have to wait or else we have to click the refresh button continuously. Yeah, file is imported successfully. Showing status has succeeded. Pending 0 and staging 14 and created 14. So 14 GST numbers created and enterprise tax registration numbers. So first we need to go to check So whether it is GST numbers created or not for customers. So go to the tax module. So click the enterprise tax registration numbers. Here is registration tab, should be vendor, select the vendors. So ITC and ITC Limited, ABC, DSR, TCS, Wipro, Infotex. So all vendors are have the GST registration numbers. So the file is imported successfully and GST numbers also created for vendors on enterprise tax registration numbers. Okay, this task is completed. Now we have to import one more and we have to export one more entity to assign GST number on vendor master level. So we need to export the entity. So go to the workspace, again click the data management. So click the export. If I am going to first time export the entity, so that's the reason we have to give the group name. exp underscore tax info in vendor. So click add entity here. Just type entity name. Tax entities tax information on vendors. So it scroll down this, select the entity here. Target data source, I selected Excel, or else you can say select CSV also and click add. So the tax information entity mapping has been completely successful. Close it, and there is an option on the top, export. Click the export. Batch job is scheduled. So click the close button and click refresh button here. Now the status is showing as executive. Says file is succeeded. Status showing as succeeded. Here is exported 8 vendor GST numbers. There is option download file. Click the download file. I'm saving on my desktop. Here is Lenovo INC. This is already we assigned for manually. So about data. So if you want to continue, or we can delete the about data. So I'm deleting the data. So we need to update the vendor number or name or GST number. So I am highlighting with the fields, which fields are important. So vendor ID, so vendor name and GST number and is primary. These fields are important. So data already have in master sheet. So again I am copying from my master data. So I'm copying the first vendor ID. So vendor ID is copied. So then vendor name. Just do the here copy paste special here, then GST number is primary enabled as GST number is also copied here. So if you want to give the sales tax registration number or tax account number, so you can give it in the sheet, but I am giving only a GST numbers. I'm saving the file on my desktop. This file has to import. So we need to import the file. Go to the workspace. Click the data management. Click import. Give the group name here. The group name is already created, so not required to create again group name. So you can directly upload. First time I'm exporting this entity, that's the reason I'm giving the group name here. So import underscore tax information and vendors, click add file. Just type entity name here, tax information on vendors, select it, then upload file. Yeah, still is uploading. Yeah, information is loaded. So file is uploaded successfully. Close it. And there is an option on the top import. Click the import. So batch job is scheduled. Close. And click the refresh button. Yeah, now status executing. Yes, file is imported successfully. Status showing succeeded. So go to the vendor masters, whether GST numbers are assigned or not. So we need to check. So select ABC Tech, click the registration IDs on top. Go to the tax information. Click edit. Yes, GST number is added successfully. So now I'm checking for a TCS vendor. Click the registration IDs and go to the tax information, click edit. Here also GST number added successfully. So let's check one more vendor. So Dell Inc. Click the registration IDs. So here also GST number added successfully. So for data management, I have to upload the two entities. One is goods and registration entities.